Hey, so day 9. Um, I missed my upload yesterday. I was too busy. I was working, and then after work, I traveled all day. I'm back home right now. Um, yeah, yesterday was a little bit of a tough one in terms of the fasting. Not because it was hard or anything, if like for eating and all that crap. Um, because yesterday was my eating day. Well, I guess it was a little tough in terms of that. I'll just talk about it all. So it all started with breaking my fast in the airport. I went to a Chick-fil-A and I got some grilled chicken nuggets, which were pretty dang good. Like I didn't know they were that good. Like I thought grilled chicken nuggets would be kind of dry and flavorless, but they were pretty good. And I got some honey mustard and some buffalo. Like I liked them a lot. Um, and so what happened there was my food was taking a little longer. Doggy barking at me. My food was taking pretty long. It did take me like almost 15 minutes to get my fucking nuggets. I think they made them super fresh. Well, I know they did because I ate them. But it didn't really bother me that they took long. Um, Either way, I guess the one of the employees there felt bad that I had to wait so long. So they gave me a cookie. I got a chocolate chip cookie, and I couldn't resist. I did eat most of it, which nothing wrong with it really. And if you zoom out and look at it from the outside, like I am still at a crazy deficit because I'm not eating for a day and then I'm eating. But mentally, it didn't feel great because it just shows how I can't control myself. Because I very well could have just not eaten it. Because I didn't plan on eating it since I didn't even buy one. But then my fat ass ate it. So luckily, I was able to stop myself before I finished it. Um, so then that happened, and then I was planning on eating dinner out with my fiance, and I had a connection flight in a different airport for like a layover. And there, I couldn't resist. I was weak, and I got Panda Express. I got a bowl, and I got fried rice and orange chicken. And I finished all the orange chicken and like half of the rice, um, which isn't even that bad if you think about it for normal Panda Express options. Because most people get like the plate with the two proteins and then the two portions of rice or chow mein. But still, I felt guilty because I knew I was gonna go eat dinner with her, so I shouldn't have eaten that. And then I decided to just start my fast there. Like that was my last meal. So I didn't go eat dinner where I wanted to eat dinner. But that's kind of on me, because I ate the cookie and I ate the Panda Express, which I shouldn't have. So I just stopped myself. I was like, nah, I'll just start fasting. But yeah, like that. I mean, that's not too bad because at least I stopped myself and haven't eaten anything since then. Um, but then the actual rough part of the day was when I finally got to weigh myself. Um, Originally, when I stepped on the scale, I don't know if because that scale doesn't get used often. It's an electronic one. Um, I got on it and I was like 277.5, which kind of ruined me. I got in the shower after that and I cried, not gonna lie, because in my mind, when I left here, I was like 285, right? Because that was the last time I weighed myself a little over a month ago. It was about 5 weeks ago. I was 285. And I had been, before I started this fasting shit, um, before I started it, I had already been thinking about starting, my weight loss again. So I was being a little more mindful with how I ate. Not really though. I was getting a lot of DoorDash and eating chips and ice cream, but like for some reason I had convinced myself that I was already like 10 pounds down. I don't know why I did that or how I did it, but I clicked it in my head that I was already like 275, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I somehow convinced myself without weighing myself that I was already 275 when I started this whole thing, which I wasn't. Like, not at all. Obviously, if I left home at 285 and I still eat like shit, of course I'm gonna be 285 or higher. But I guess because I psychologically convinced myself, it did hurt to see the 275, 277, which is a higher number than what I thought I started at. So it did hurt. After the shower, however, I weighed myself again, and I was 274. So I think the weight scale just fucked up. Yeah, so I was 274. Then I got on it again, and I was 274 again. Point something, doesn't really matter. I just know it's 274. Which is way better than 277 after what I just went through. And then in the morning, I got on it again today, and I was like 272 something. So that felt a little better. It's a whole 5 pounds. A whole 5 pounds lower than what I originally saw, which helped me a bit. Plus, what also helped was that I started convincing myself, like, dude, like, you were heavy, you were eating like shit, and you've only done this for a week. So really, you started at about 285, and you're like at 272 right now. So you shouldn't beat yourself up for it. So I've convinced myself of that, which is the truth, and I've accepted it, so I feel a lot better. But not gonna lie, it did hurt quite a bit at the last night. But now I feel better. I'm over it. It's a little disappointing because I thought I would be lower, but the way I have to see it is differently. I did lose as much as I thought I did, but I started higher than I thought I did, if that makes sense. So my progress is great. I just have to come to terms with the fact that I started higher than I actually was, or that I actually thought I started at. But yeah, so 272, which means that's the rough thing, right? Like, I thought I started at 285. I might have started higher or lower, but who cares, right? That's where I'm at. And it's lower than I've been in, fuck, man. The last time I was lower than 275 was like in probably last summer, which is crazy to say. But yeah, I'm gonna stick to it, trust the process, take it one day at a time, like I always tell myself. Can't beat myself up for it. I'm on my walk right now. Get my steps in the morning. Get it out of the way, listen to some music or a podcast right now. And yeah, like I feel good. It just took a while to like get past that fact, But yeah, I'm just gonna keep going one day at a time. And yeah, like today's fasting day, I have a feeling this is gonna be my hardest one because I ate the least calories I've eaten. Like to prepare for one of these, because the Panda Express and the grilled chickens and the cookie, all that couldn't have been 2,000 calories, maybe like 1,500 at most. So I am at a pretty big calorie deficit. Yeah, I'm gonna be fine though. I'm gonna just drink water, take my electrolytes. Yeah.